Hi everyone, welcome to week 1 of Feeling the Movement Yoga Series. And out of a 6-week program, this is a synopsis of what we practiced last night. If you're just watching this on YouTube and you're not part of this group, no problem. This is part of a program that I'm leading here in Campbell River, British Columbia. So for everyone that was there last night, thanks for joining. And this is a video for you to practice along of what we did last night to carry you all through to next week so you can kind of practice around with everything. So get yourself a couple of blocks or maybe books if you have any solid books around, especially for that low lunge, or if you need any support with some of those poses that we did for under the knees, behind the legs. And so yeah, if you have to pause the video, go grab some things. And also even a pillow will work. So we're going to start off in a seated position. You choosing where you want to settle into your space. Do you want to sit cross-legged? You have the legs extended. You can sit on the heels. And we're just going to come into a nice little quick check with ourselves at the beginning of the practice. I encourage you to close your eyes. But again, if you're not comfortable, the eyes are open, soften the eyeballs, look forward, slightly down. Just give yourself a few moments here, maybe just a moment to check in with the flow of your breath. Noticing where the mind is wanting to wander. And allowing yourself to connect the mind to the breath. So you're going to fully exhale. Inhale. And exhale through the mouth. 2 more times. Inhale. Through the mouth, exhale. 1 more deep breath in. Long, slow breath out. Return to your natural breath. Just connect a little bit with your body, how it's feeling and sitting in stillness. Any sensations arising through the body. Noticing the top of the head, the scalp, the face, the neck, the shoulders, arms, wrists, and hands. The base of the neck, where it meets the occiput, the base of the skull, all the way down the back to the tailbone, the chest, the belly, the hips, pelvis, groin, pelvis, hips, glutes. Upper legs, knees, shins and calves, ankles, feet and toes. If you need a moment to just extend the legs, give a gentle shake. I've got an itchy eye. There we go. And then position yourself again into stillness. And we're going to go move into the Nadi Shodhana. That's the single nostril breathing. We're going to do 4 per side. We're going to start with plugging the right nostril. So you can hold up your index finger of the right hand. We're going to exhale fully through the nose. Plug the right nostril. Inhale through the left. Exhale through the left. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Breath in. Breath out. Breath in. Breath out. Release the right hand down. Take a few cycles through both nostrils, inhaling and exhaling. We're going to move to the left side, plugging the left side. So index finger of the left hand. Before we plug it, we're going to exhale through both nostrils. Plug the left nostril. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Release the left hand down. A couple of cycles through both nostrils. We're going to move into the first movement. We practiced that last night. Excuse me, it's our somatic movement flow, the lighthouse. So I'm just going to move my blocks to the side. And if you're noticing, if sitting directly on the mat, there's still maybe unease in the lower back and hips. I'm pretty sure most of you don't have one of these at home. Just sit on a pillow or a couple of folded blankets and that'll help. So what we're going to do is go ahead and keep the right leg in front and bring the left leg to the back. So it kind of looks like deer legs if you're thinking of yin poses, that yin style of yoga. With this back leg though, as I said last night, if this does not feel comfortable, I'm going to encourage you to extend that left leg. And if you need any support underneath, just to take, if there's any discomfort, it just doesn't feel good, kind of just falling out on its own, add that support underneath the left leg. The leg can be nice and loose. I'm going to bring my left leg behind me. We're going to bring that right hand behind us as a kickstand. We're not trying to hold ourselves up straight. And then our left hand comes to that right thigh. We're going to go into that pre-check. So remember, the pre-check is showing where our range of motion is before we go through our somatic movement flow of the lighthouse. So left hand is gently on that right leg. And you're just going to allow yourself to slowly start turning to the right. And where the body naturally stops, if the eyes are closed, open them, look at your spot, remember where that is, store it in the brain, and then come back to center. We are going to go into the first round of the lighthouse. I'm pretty sure last night I had you all leaving your left hand on the right thigh, and that's what we're going to do for today. We're just going to leave it there. The next step would be putting it up on the right shoulder. So if you want to try that, you can bring the hand to the right shoulder, or you can leave the left hand on the right thigh. So we're going to do 3 on the first set. On the first set, when we're rotating to the right, you're going to look over the right shoulder and also trying to get that external rotation to the left hip. If it doesn't want to cooperate, don't think too much, just go with the smoothness. Remember, intention, slow, and I didn't say it last night, but feather technique. Very light is what we're looking for. So here we go. Round 1, set 1. We're going to start turning to the right, Getting that external rotation on the left hip if you can. Turning the head to the right. Pause if that feels okay on the neck. And then slowly release. Come back to center, curl it all in. We have 2 more. Lifting the spine. Turning, twist, pause. So we're getting that little bit of a muscle contraction, not holding too long, so we don't want to go into the information of a stretch to the brain. You want to round it all in. And notice what you're feeling with this. Here's the third one. When you round down, are you feeling maybe a pull in the upper spine? When you're turning, where are you feeling this within the hips, the back, or even the shoulders and the neck? Come back to center. Round it all in. And then come back to a neutral spine, neutral neck. Take a nice deep breath. Exhale through the mouth. Second set. When we turn to the right, our torso, we're going to turn our neck to the left, if it's comfortable on your neck. If not, keep it neutral. Here we go. Turning the torso to the right, looking over the left shoulder. Pause. Slowly unravel. Pause. Number 2, here we go. Lifting, turning the torso, external rotation to the left hip, turning the head to the left, pause. And then slowly come back, rounding it all in. Last one. Remember to move with purpose. Pause. And then come back to center, round it all in. Pause. Bring the spine back to neutral, neck to neutral. Keep your hands where they are. Take a nice deep breath in. And exhale. If your left hand is on the right shoulder, bring it down to the left thigh. Going into that post check, remember where your dot was the first time. Start rotating to the right. And just notice if you've gained any range of motion. Love it. I just had this really nice release in my back. It was awesome. I'm just going to extend my legs for a moment, give a gentle shake. And we're going to move to the other side. So, left leg's in front, right is bent behind. Again, if this does not feel good, extend that right leg. Put whatever support you need underneath the hips or sit bones, the leg. And you're going to have that left hand as a kickstand. Right hand gently to the left thigh. And then just allow yourself to start turning to the left where the body just stops. You're not looking into going into the stretch. You just want to hit the stop sign, put a dot where you're looking, store that information, and then come back to center. We're going to go first set 3 times. Here we go. Start turning the torso to the left. Look over to the left and see an external rotation to the right hip if it lets you. Pause. Slowly unravel. Curl it all in. Pause. Just give me a second. I just got a cramp in my right hip. There we go. Come back. Start turning to the left. Pause. Rotate back to center, rounding the spine, tucking the chin in towards the chest. One more. Stacking the spine, rotating, look over the left shoulder, pause. Come back to center. Round it all in. Pause. Bring the spine back to neutral, neck to neutral. Second set, we'll be turning the torso to the left, but looking over the right shoulder if comfortable on the neck. All right, here we go. Torso goes to the left, turning my head to the right. Pause. Releasing the twist, rounding the spine, chin towards the chest. Pause. 2 more. Torso to the left, external rotation on that right hip, turning the head to the right. Pause. Release. Roll it all in. Pause. 1 more. Rotation. Hip. Head turns the opposite way if okay on the neck. And then slowly release. Come back to neutral. Let's go into that post check. Remember where your dot was the first time. Slowly start turning. See where the body naturally stops. Store that info. How much gain did you have? Come back to neutral. And remember, if there was no gain today, but maybe you had yesterday or vice versa, there's probably a reason. How sleep, movement, tension, chronic tension, like just it can be more exaggerated one day than the other. We're gonna unravel our legs. And I'm gonna turn sideways because I'm pretty sure you can't see my feet when my legs are extended out front. We're now going to go out into Ardha Matsyendrasana, which is the Hatha pose to counter those, basically the other style to the somatic. So we're going to keep the left leg extended. Remember, with your right leg, you can bend the right leg, or you can bring it, if you can see her already, the dog is Gracie, leg where the foot stays on the inside, or you can bring the right foot to the outside of the left leg. I'm going to bring that right hand behind me, just like that kickstand, supporting my back. I'm going to inhale, extending that left arm up, getting that beautiful stretch on the lateral side on the left. And then I start twisting to the right, releasing my right arm down to hug my right knee leg in if I have the leg bent like this. If it's down, just have the hand grabbing the outside of the thigh. You inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale. Exhale. Breath in and breath out. 1 more. Inhale and exhale. Coming back to center. Release right leg from the left. Gentle shake. And we're going to move to the other side. Bending the left knee. Again, you can have it where it just comes down to the side, or the left foot can be the inside of the leg or the outside. Take your left hand, kickstand, extend the right arm up, feel that awesome stretch. Start twisting to the left, release the right arm down, hugging the left leg a little bit closer in. And again, if the leg was down, just bent, that right hand comes to that left thigh or to the outside. Let's add the breath. Inhale, puppet. Exhale, twist. Inhale. Exhale. Breath in. Breath out. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Slowly unravel. Extend the left leg. Legs are side by side. Gentle shake. We're going to make our way to standing on the mat to Tadasana. So however you come to standing. One thing with our Hatha practice is usually it's not flowing from one pose to the other. It's like you do a pose, you rest. You do a pose, you rest. Same thing with somatics. So we're actually going to do our body scan in standing in Tadasana. So bringing the feet hip width apart, shoulders away from the ears, nice softness to the knees. The knee joints aren't locked. Have your chin parallel with the ground. You can even tuck the chin in slightly, or even pretend there's a lift so the base of your skull, that's your occiput, is being gently lifted up. Shoulders away from the ears. How does your Soma feel? Your whole body, your whole self. We're going to move into those gentle sun salutations. We're just going to do 4. You're going to exhale fully. Inhale, arms up. If you want that back bend, you can add it. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Forward fold on an exhale. Inhale all the way up. Palms touch. Exhale, Anjuli Mudra. 3 more rounds. Inhale, extending the arms. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands in front of the heart. 2 more rounds. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands in front of the heart. Last one, breath in. Breath out. Breath in. Breath out. Inhale. Exhale. Hands can stay in front of the heart, or you can bring the arms down. We're going to move into our low lunge, all right? So grab your blocks, have them on either side of the mat for our low lunge at the front of the mat. We're going to start with the right leg forward, so I'm actually going to turn myself. I know you can't really tell exactly in the video, but I'd like to do the right side when we're doing the right side. So a couple ways you can come down. You just bring your hands down to the blocks and just step both legs back onto the knees. If that does not feel great, or an easy way of coming down, find what works best for you. I'm going to walk my blocks back, and remember, if you have any knee issues, fold my block if you have it, but if not, a folded blanket. And remember, if you're putting it right underneath the knee, and there's still compression and discomfort, slide that blanket or pillow, cushion, fold my block back off the knee. It'll be more on the shin, and you'll notice a little bit more ease into that knee being down. We're going to step the right foot forward. So remember, we're first stacking. We're not pushing the hips forward. So we're seeing where everything lines up here. So right ankle, right knee, left hip. So now I'm seeing that for myself. I notice I have to kind of readjust. My torso is elevated. Your hands can be on that front thigh. I did not mention that last night, but you can have the hands on the front thigh or fingertips just grazing, or if they're on the blocks. It depends on the length of our arms, length of our torso, all that fun stuff. So first, we're connecting with the pelvis. So you can tuck the pelvis, so tucking tailbone, because sometimes people aren't sure the difference to how to differentiate pelvis and tailbone, or what part of the pelvis is to move. Now tilt your tailbone. Just continue moving here. We're not going to give a number and how many, but I want you to go on that journey and notice when you tuck the tailbone, where does the sensation travel to? Where do you feel a stretch somewhere else, or a pull? Tilt. And then allow your pelvis to settle where it feels good for you. Okay? Now from here, we're going to change the angle of the torso. We're not moving the hips. Hard one. If you're like me, you want to shoot those hips forward and go into a deeper lunge. But we're working on a little bit of core stability here, strengthening connection on your alignment in a low lunge. And then we're going to change the angle of the torso. So keep your spine lengthened, and we're just hinging at the hips and noticing, ooh, I feel that going into my gluteus maximus, piriformis, and it just disappeared. So I'm going to kind of go back here and kind of play with this and see where I want to settle, what feels good. You may want to settle deeper into your hinge. You may want to stay up. Use those blocks as support, or even to kind of go a little bit deeper, but keep the spine lengthened. Don't round it. Shoulders away from the ears. And then you can shoot the hips further ahead if it feels good. Nice smooth breath. Remember, with Hatha, we're connecting pose with breath. So while we're holding physically, we're not holding the breath. We're going to bring our hips back. You can either just take that right leg back, come into a tabletop, kind of around the spine, back and forth. We call these cat and cows. I'm doing them really fast, so don't do them like that. It's where we round the spine and arch the spine. Or you can come back to child's pose. Or you can come just to seated and just take a pause here, especially if those knees aren't too happy. Notice how you're feeling. Flow the breath. We're now going to work on that low lunge on the other side. So that means our left leg is going to come forward. So I'm coming back to my hands and knees. I'm going to step my left foot forward again, coming into this, how it feels best for you. What feels more natural? I'm coming into this position. I don't mean the low lunge will feel natural. I'm just take care of yourself and how you come into this. So from here, left ankle, left knee, right hip. So now that I aligned this one, I don't know if you can see this, my knee went back on my left. So I'm actually going to slide my left foot back so that I have the stacking here. Remember, if you want that support underneath that right knee, put it there or slide it a little bit further behind the knee onto the shin, and you'll have that support. And now we're going to work on that pelvic tuck and tilt, tailbone, tuck and tilt. Do you notice a difference tucking and tilting with the left leg forward compared to how you felt with the right leg forward? And I'm going to find what feels best for my pelvis. It's funny because when my right leg was forward, I felt a nice pull in my adductor and gracilis on my left leg. But now that my left leg is forward, nothing happening on the right side. It's pretty cool. So blocks forward a little bit, they're your support, and just start changing the angle of the torso. So you're keeping the spine lengthened. This is all hinging at the hips. Gentle rocking, think of it moving with intention. Nice and gentle feather-like movement. And then settling into your low lunge. Remember, if you want to go deeper here, you're more than welcome to shoot the hips forward, coming deeper into that low lunge. When we shoot forward, you may feel it within the Achilles of that front leg. It's funny, I didn't feel it on the other side. My Achilles on my left going into my calf is pretty tight today. But that's because I was doing other stuff yesterday and it's caught up on me. Nice smooth breath, connecting the breath with the pose. I'm going to bring myself back. I'm actually going to come into a standing forward fold here, just stepping my right foot forward beside my left, and I'm just coming into a ragdoll, just gently swaying side to side. And then slowly stacking my vertebrae, one at a time, coming up to mountain pose. Shoulders release away from the ears. Just taking a little bit of a scan of the body, from the feet all the way up to the top of the head. We're going to move into our miracle moment. So that's a somatic movement flow with the movement of the arms. Okay, so just standing in mountain, knees are soft, shoulders away from the ears. We're going to start with the left arm actually, and we're going to go into that pre-check. We're going to slowly bring that left arm up, no higher than the left shoulder. If it doesn't come all the way up to the same height as the shoulder, that's okay. Then start opening your left arm to the left, and you're watching your left hand. And with this opening, you're allowing your hips to rotate and torso to rotate to where they want to stop. Put a dot where you stopped, and then slowly come back to center. Our brain learns through contrast, nice slow movements. So this is why I encourage you, release the arm down, to move with slow intention. We're going to go into the first set here. We're just going to do one set looking the same way. So remember, right hip, right shoulder, stay forward. I'm going to raise the left arm, pause, start opening it to the left, and if it's okay on the neck, watching, so your neck is turning to the left also. And wherever the arm stops, and you feel that shoulder blade come behind you towards the spine, and your right side isn't being pulled to the left, and then slowly release. Back to center, release down. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale. Excuse me. 2 more. Raising left arm. Opening the arm to the left. Heads turning to the left, eyes opened or closed, keeping right shoulder and right hip back in line, the front to the room, maybe front to the mat. Bring the left arm back to center, turning the head to neutral, and release down. Breathe in. Long, slow sigh out. One more. Go nice and slow. Arm is opening up, head is turning. And slowly release back to center. Long breath in. Slow breath out. Let's go into that pre-or post-check. So try to remember where your range of motion was on the pre-check. I'm going to raise that left arm. Start turning to the left, arms opening up. Remember, the hips and torso can move here. Pause and where your new dot is. And then come all the way back to center, nice and slow. Take a long, slow breath in. Long, slow breath out. We're going to go to the right side. So let's do our pre-check. Raise the right arm up, no higher than the right shoulder. Start opening that right arm, watching those hips and shoulders, so the torso and spine move with you. Pause. Put your dot. Come back to center. Releasing the arm down. We're going to go into our set. We're going to do 3. Raise the right arm up, no higher than the right shoulder. Opening the right arm, so this is all within the shoulder, upper back, chest. Turning the head to the right. Remember, hips are parallel, shoulders are parallel. Pause. Slowly come back to center. Release the arm down. Inhale and exhale. 2 more. Raising the arm. Opening to the right. Pause. Release. Down. Inhale and exhale. 1 more. Raising the right arm no higher than the right shoulder. Opening the right arm to the right. Turning the neck to the right if it feels okay. Pause. Release. Releasing the arm down. Take a nice deep breath in. Long, slow breath out. We're going to go into our post check now. So let's see if we've gained any range of motion. Raise the right arm no higher than the right shoulder. Start opening the arm to the right. Remember, the hips, torso can turn with this. See where your rotation is now. Store that information. So cool. Coming back to center. Releasing the arm down. Take a nice deep breath in. Long, slow breath out. Moving into our triangle series. So, being middle of your mat, bring the feet a little bit wider than hip width apart. Toes are pointing the same direction. Going into our classical trikonasana, classical triangle. We're going to start with the right side, right hands gently on the right thigh. You're going to inhale, left arm up. Get that awesome stretch on the left. and exhale to the right. Let's do 3 breaths. Inhale and exhale. Breath in, breath out. Inhale and exhale. Inhale all the way back up. Bring the left hand down to the left thigh. Inhale, right arm up, beautiful extension. Exhale over to the left. Breath in, breath out. Inhale, exhale. One more, inhale and exhale. You're going to come all the way back up, release the right hand down, arm down. We're going to change the angle of the right hip. So you're going to take your right toes, turn them so they're pointing to the end of your mat. So now you have this external rotation to the right hip, get more opening into the groin, pelvis, inner thigh. And let's see where your range is going into this Hatha pose with just this shift of the position of that right leg. So right hand is on the right leg, and extend the left arm up and slowly slide that right hand down. Inhale, exhale. Breath in, breath out. Breath in, breath out. All the way back up. I see this awesome release in one of my hamstring muscles. Felt great. I'm going to turn those right toes same direction as left, but now let's get that external rotation on the left. So we're turning the left toes towards the end of the mat. Have that opening in the left hip. You're going to have that left hand gently on the left thigh. You're going to extend right arm so it's right by the right ear and start tipping into your triangle. Inhale, exhale. Breath in, breath out. Breath in and breath out. Come all the way back up. Release the right arm down. Turn left toe, same direction as right. Heel toe the feet together. We're going to make our way down onto the mat. So however you want to get there, I'm just going to squat down, bring my hands behind me. But you come down to the floor however feels best. Coming right down to the back, we're going to end with that reclined spinal twist. So choice here, feet can stay on the mat. Arms are out at a T or at cactus arms. Or you can raise the feet up off the mat. Knees in line with the hips, and you're just going to allow the knees to gently fall down to the right. Make sure that left shoulder stays down on the mat. You can turn your head to the left. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, knees back up to center. Feet can be on the mat or off the mat. You're going to exhale, knees over to the right. Right shoulder stays on the mat. You can turn your head to the right if you'd like, or keep it neutral. Inhale. Exhale. Breath in. Breath out. 1 more. Breath in and breath out. Bringing the knees back up to center. You can bring the knees in towards the belly just for a gentle rocking side to side. Or the feet, if they're on the ground, you can wind wash the knees side to side. And then we're just going to go into final Shavasana for a few breaths. If you want to stay here longer, you're more than welcome to. So knowing with your Shavasana, legs are extended where the feet are parting to the bottom corners of your mat. If this doesn't feel good on your lower back, please feel free to put a bolster or blanket or pillows underneath the knees or blocks, or the knees can be bent, feet flat on the floor. Arms are about a 45-degree angle from the body, palms up. If you feel better with palms down, you can have your palms down, or the hands can be on the belly for that lovely added support and connection of the breath to the physical body. Eyes are closed. We're going to do 3 breaths here. So you're going to exhale fully, all through the nose. Inhale and exhale. Breath in, breath out. Breath in and breath out. If you want to stay longer in your Shavasana, stay there. I'm just going to bring my legs together, stretch my arms overhead, give myself a big stretch from my fingers all the way down to my toes. I'm going to bend my knees, turn onto my side, just to give myself a little push to come up to a seated position to end the class. We're going to do that little energy thing we did last night with our hands. So bring the palms together. Start creating that warmth. And then stop and just see if you feel an energy connection without the palms touching. And see how far apart the hands can go with keeping that sensation. Bring the palms together. Let's do that one more time. Stop. So cool. It's like you're playing an accordion. Palms together. Namaste Kala. Thank you so much for checking in for my group from last night for the first week of our 6-week series of Feel the Movement Hatha Somatic Infused Series. And I'll see you guys next week for week 2, or anyone just watching these videos. There should be one popping up each week for the next 6 weeks, and you can follow along. Have a great day, everyone. Mwah. Till next time.